professionals here have made unjust. I think the decision one can go to
Now
you.
we're left with just one, the most important decision of all. Who will win Best in Show 2006? The stage is set, the players have been cast. It's over to Peter in the main ring once again.
Well, in about 23 minutes, we're going to know just who is going to be the Best in Show. We are sitting, as you've seen, here in anticipation, high above the main ring, waiting for that moment that we've all been waiting for, and I think it's time now to go to the arena commentator, Nick Ward.
The scene is set for the climax of the world's greatest dog show. The trumpeters of Her Majesty's Band of the Royal Marines prepare to play the traditional fanfare that heralds the final judging of Best in Show Crufts 2006. Trumpeters of Her Majesty's Band of the Royal Marines.
And as those marvellous trumpeters of Her Majesty's Band of the Royal Marines leave the ring, we await the entrance of the chairman of the Kennel Club, who will be escorting the Best in Show judge to the centre of the ring. A moment of hushed anticipation.
We're delighted to welcome Chairman of the Kennel Club, Mr. Ronnie Irving, who is accompanying our judge for Best in Show Crufts 2006. Our judge, Brenda Banbury.
So Ronnie Irving and Brenda Banbury move to the centre of the ring, to the applause of the crowd. Such a great moment. The proudest honour that Brenda Banbury feels she could ever have in the dog world. The winner of the working group.
Judged here on Thursday night, the winner of the working group, the Bouvier de Flandre.
The winner of the pastoral group.
The winner of the pastoral group, the Australian Shepherd.
The winner of the terrier group.
Judged here on Friday, the winner of the terrier group, the Wire Fox Terrier.
The winner of the hound group.
Also judged on Friday, the winner of the hound group, the Norwegian Elkhart.
The winner of the utility group.
Judged here yesterday, the winner of the utility group, the miniature poodle.
The very little winner of the toy group.
Also judged here yesterday, the winner of the toy group, the Pomeranian.
And as you've just seen, the winner of the gun dog group.
The final of our 7 groups, judged here tonight, the winner of the Gundog group, the Welsh Springer Spaniel.
And so that completes the lineup. These magnificent 7 animals. One of them will get the ultimate honor, Best in Show, Crufts 2006. Brenda Banbury will walk along the line here. She's a very experienced judge. Her first breed, incidentally, was a Pyrenean mountain dog, the first in which she awarded CCs, strangely enough. She now awards CCs in over 100 different breeds, which is quite something. She's had homebred champion Pyreneans, pugs, Schipperkes. She actually judged the utility group here in 2004. Last year, she actually judged the working group. So I don't think Best in Show is going to hold any terrors for her at all. As I said earlier, she considers being asked to judge Best in Show the greatest honor in the dog world, and so it is. This is a magnificent dog show. The whole arena absolutely packed as they watch Brenda Banbury take her first look along this lovely line of best of group winners here at Crufts. It really is a wonderful occasion. Frank.
I think this is going to be a close one to call. All of the dogs came in foot perfect, full of confidence and putting on a great show. A great testament to their temperaments in conditions. The greatest dog arena in the world.
Well, this lineup seems particularly strong in depth. Not just the few that we had in mind, but now that we look at them together, there's quite a lineup.
Now Brenda's going to look at the first of her group winners, the working group winner from the first day. This is the Bouvier des Flandres. His name is Guy Santos from the Dogs Farm, and he's a champion in Switzerland, in Holland, and was made up to a champion here at Crufts. He was bred by Eric Zwoffering, who's also handling him. And what a breeder they are, because they also won Best and Reserve Best Female here at Crufts too.
Yes, he's come all the way from Holland. They've had an extended weekend because they didn't expect to win the group, and here they are on Sunday night in the last 7.
Rush out and book some more tickets.
Now, Brenda Banbury is a great enthusiast for dogs. She loves all breeds, takes an interest in them. So she's going to have a thorough knowledge of all of these breeds. She'll be applying the breed standard as she goes over the dog, checking his coat, is it the correct mat texture, looking at the bone structure under the coat, checking the texture now. He's a very good dog, and she's going to give him a good look at when he moves.
The working group.
And he's moving beautifully this evening. Terribly important that when you get to this level, nerves travel down the lead like electricity from handler to dog. It's important the handler keeps their cool so the dog can give the best possible performance.
Well, also on Thursday, of course, we had the pastoral group, and the winner was this splendid Australian Shepherd dog. American champion Caitlin Isle, Take a Chance. Chance is known as, 5-year-old dog. He's come from California and is extremely handsome. Not what we call the most popular of breeds in this country, yet there were 149 of the breed here at the show. And this was judged the best of 3,079 pastoral dogs that exhibited on Thursday.
Well, it was a very strong breed competition and a very strong group competition. And here's a dog that came all the way from California, which is quite a bit of flying. I can tell you a little about jet lag next week, and I can understand that this dog's performance could be off, and it's just not been. He's had a great performance at every day, all week long. And fortunately for him, he was on earlier in the week, so Larry Fenner and this dog have had a little day to rest. And it looks like when he came in, he was on top of his game. He's in fabulous condition.
I must say that as I came over to the halls this morning, he was being exercised out on the grass, and it looked like just any owner out on a Sunday throwing the ball for his dog out in the park. Looked marvellous.
A wonderful blue merle colour, but also sturdily built. Underneath that, a working pastoral dog. So Brenda applying the breed standard, he's in great form. He's used to this sort of stadium because quite recently he won a big award at the Madison Square Garden in New York, so he's not going to be phased.
And this is the dog, of course, that's won the first challenge certificate that's been awarded in this country, which I think is a magnificent achievement too. It looks in beautiful bloom.
And on a gun dog day, proving very popular with the crowd.
Now the tables come out there behind the Australian Shepherd for our wire fox terrier. The next one to be looked at by our judge. Champion and American champion, El Rey's Snow Terror Iceni Payback. This 6-year-old bitch has recently had a little sabbatical to go and have a litter and come back in the most fabulous bloom. She's handled by Andrew Goodsell in the ring, belongs to Phil Davis and Barbara Decker.
Well, this looks like the consummate show dog, a beautiful specimen of the breed. They have to be short in the back, a high set tail, and a long, lean head with a powerful jaw. This bitch, not only is she a good specimen of the breed, but she's a great showgirl. She always puts on a great performance and moves beautifully. Handler Andrew Godsill always has her in the greatest condition. The dog adores him, and I'm sure we won't be disappointed tonight.
There's so many elements at this level to make a great one. You have to have breed type. That is the things that define the breed, and the thing the judge is looking for are the nuances that define that breed. And then condition, as Frank mentioned, this one's in perfect bloom, and showmanship, and of course movement, which is the test of putting all those pieces together. And Fox Terriers are not notoriously for having great movement, but we've seen this beautiful wire exhibit day after day great side gait, great level top line, as well as that definite breed type. So we're all over the moon about her here.
The other thing, of course, she has is that she's a terrier, and a terrier comes into the group with that complete terrier attitude. I am the single most important thing in this ring. You're going to look at me, and you're not going to look at anybody else.
And you know, we had the question earlier about the poodles, and it's true that a breed like a poodle takes dedication. The wire fox terrier also takes great dedication, and we're seeing it all together here.
Yes, there's a difference between a good dog and a great dog. It's that magic presence, this performance. This bitch has it for me.
Yeah, she's my favourite of the group, I must say as well. Really wonderful dog. And I love the locomotion, I love the movement at the rear end. They're just so good. Well, in the hound group, this was a bit of a surprise on Friday. There were 95 of these here at the show. This is the Norwegian elk hound. Comes from Nelson in Lancashire with Brian and Linda Middleton. Champion Kestos I Spire Greythor. He's a 2.5-year-old dog, as I've said, called Chris.
Now, here's the Norwegian elk hound. You know, some breeds are more glamorous than others, and people ask, do they have an advantage in the show ring? Well, not really, because every breed has a breed standard. The judge is now looking for the one which is closest to perfection. So she's looking for the workmanlike qualities of the elk hound. Correct construction, correct coat, and correct movement. Glamour isn't the last essence of the competition.
No, it's not. It certainly does, you know, at the end of the day, if the judge is sitting back and saying, well, they all meet the standard exactly, then it would be performance. But that never happens. There's no such thing as a perfect dog. So we're starting to see which one meets the judge's eye for that template the best.
Now, it's quite a slight dog in size there. You wouldn't think it would be able to do anything with an elk, but apparently they used to hunt elk, but not sort of to find them rather than to attack them. But Brian Nelson, who's handling there, the owner, tells me that he's seen photographs of an elk hound actually bringing an elk down, which is a bit scary. So that's the Norwegian elk hound.
Now, I think this could be the dark horse in the group. This is the miniature poodle from the utility group, Champion Minaret's Secret Assignment. Rodney's a dog who belongs to Melanie Harwood, who bred him, but of course, remember, 3 generations of her family have been breeding these beautiful poodles. He's had a fantastic show career in this country, and he's still on absolute top form, a really gorgeous utility group winner.
And it can't hurt that Rodney's been in this group ring before, in this big ring before, as a group competitor for the past 2 years, where he came so close with 2 seconds before this year's first. So he's used to the lights, he's used to the action, and that should help his performance. But again, performance is part of it. We're talking about the essence of the breed here, and when you see Rodney on his legs, you'll see the essence of poodle.
Yes, that beautiful short back, that long neck and long lean head. And, you know, that coat may look soft, but it has to be a wiry texture. The judge checking the coat texture, checking what's underneath the coat for bone assembly and correct tight feet.
And when I was wandering around the showground at one point today, I met Melanie's grandmother, who said that despite all the big ring winning she's done, second in the group here at Crufts twice, now won the group. I said, well, how's she feeling today? She said, she's so nervous she can barely pick up a pair of scissors.
Yes, I think you've got to be a very good hairdresser, though, to turn out these dogs in such wonderful, wonderful fashion.
You do, but you'll also see the judge getting her hands way under that hair, because there has to be a real dog under there. You know, it's nice to see the hair, it's nice to see all the dedication to that cut, but this is not about the pizzazz as much as about the dog underneath the pizzazz.
And that was the best bit about seeing Rodney at home, just mucking about in the garden with all his rubber bands in and his coat all tied back. What a beautifully structured dog, and how well he went.
A really elegant mover. That's called poodling, going with great style. Light, nimble gait and holding his head up high. I'm here, he said, I'm here.
And very popular, as you can hear from the applause. Well, I mentioned earlier, I mean, this is Gun Dog Day, yet we've had great applause for the Australian. We've had wonderful applause also for the Wire Fox Terrier and for the Poodle. It's very, very good the way they're a very honest crowd here, and they do enjoy their dogs. I wouldn't like to pick, even now, as we've talked on, I'm still very fond of that Wire Fox Terrier, but my word, it's a nice lineup. Well, on the table, there is a dog there. There it is. Tiny little thing. This little Pomeranian came from Denmark with Vinnie Jacobsen, won on Saturday. It's actually called, would you believe, No Name. That's its actual name. People have said, what are you talking about? That's nonsense. No Name is its name. Vinnie Jacobsen has brought them here, and it was bred by Diana Finch, this little dog. He's celebrating his 3rd birthday this weekend. And a little story on the way here, you know, they delayed 8 hours coming over on the ferry from Denmark to the UK. And having got off the ferry feeling somewhat tired and miserable, they had a car crash on the way to Birmingham. So it wasn't a very happy arrival here, but I'm told Vinnie says this is made up for it all.
You know, if I get a dark horse too, Jessica, this could be mine. It's a gorgeous little dog, and it's been coming on. Every time I see him, I just like him a little bit more. He's really got that short, compact body that defines this breed and that gorgeous foxy expression. And really, this dog being from Denmark and the other dogs, not just here in the Best in Show lineup, but in the group competition, have shown that Crufts is not just the greatest dog show in the world, but has now got that international element that widens the scope and brings in this huge gene pool from all over the world to show the world the best dogs no matter where they're from. And this is a great example of a great toy dog.
When Matt first saw this dog, he said, Frank, it looks like a pom-pom on legs. Well, actually, that's not a bad description of the Pomeranian, because they have to fit into a ball. They're short-backed, relatively short in the neck, and with his plume well over the back. This is a very good dog and great showman, light and buoyant on the move, and that's just how they have to be.
And in the most perfect coat too. He's got the most fantastic coat on him. Taking another look at that lovely expression. And then moving on to the last of our group winners, of course, just won the Gun Dog group. Hardly had time to go and have a drink of water and a quick brush, and they're into the Best in Show ring. The Welsh Springer Spaniel show champion Ferndale Maverick. Mix 3 years old, belongs to John Thirlwell, who's handling as well. He was the top male in 2005. He was the top Welsh Springer Spaniel in 2004, and he still looks fabulous.
Yes, and he's perhaps there's a little bit of a disadvantage because he's had a long day here. He's been here since 8 o'clock this morning, gone through all the breed judging, all the group judging, and now here he is in the last 7 for Best in Show. So it'll be testament to his stamina and his fitness that he holds up a good performance here.
And of course that's something characteristic of the breed, isn't it? After all, this is a dog that can go out and do a long day's work. Its whole design is this compact, really fit, live animal. He should stand him in good stead.
It should indeed. John's a very successful breeder. This dog's mother was reserve in the group several years ago. She's Brood Bitch of the Year and came today and won the veteran class in the Reserve Challenge. That's a great breeder's achievement.
And people would be wrong to think that show dogs just sit at home and stay clean. If you're going to put a dog in the breed ring and in the group ring in this condition, it's got to be well exercised, firmly muscled, in the absolute peak of fitness.
And he's actually that wonderful rich chestnut colour. That's just how the breed should be.
So Brenda Banbury has now seen all 7 dogs, and she will move them again. She'll take another look at them from behind. We'll probably get them moving up and down the ring here. Yes, that's what she's doing. She's moving over to the Bouvier first. This lineup is quite interesting in that only 2 of these breeds have ever won Best in Show here before. That's the Wire Fox Terrier and the Welsh Welsh Spaniel, Welsh Springer.
Let's see this Australian Shepherd go. I just love this dog to watch. Hugely supportive Aussie fraternity, thrilled to be on championship status.
And really foot perfect on the move.
That puts the show in show dog, doesn't it?
The Terrier Group, the Wild Terrier.
Well, we really are approaching that moment of truth. 4 more dogs to move before a decision has to be made.
Another flawless performance as well. This is incredible. This lineup is absolutely unbelievable.
The tiptoe of expectation, just as a terrier always is at this level.
It's such a wonderful description in the standard, isn't it? And it describes them so perfectly. Brenda there engaging the dog, looking straight in its eyes. Okay, who are you? I'm me, and you're going to pick me.
So here we go with Norwegian Elkhound.
Unfazed by everything and giving a lovely performance.
You know, it speaks well for the socialization of all these show dogs. This thunderous applause and lights doesn't faze them a bit.
And here goes Melanie with the miniature poodle. Big smile on his face.
Well, this show's been won by several standard poodles and a couple of toy poodles, but never by a miniature.
And of course, with poodles, you do get 3 chances to toy, the miniature, and the standard, so the odds are good.
Well, the Pom's certainly never won it.
It's a long walk for this little fellow, but he's not bothered.
Well, he may be one of the smallest breeds in the world, but try to tell him that. He's a big dog in a small frame and full of attitude.
And showing beautifully.
He's really cute, isn't he?
And the last of our finalists.
And this will get the biggest cheer of the day, of course, from our gun dog crowd. I've got to say, I'm enjoying this lineup more and more as we go on. I think it's lovely.
It'd be difficult to make a mistake.
But I wouldn't want to be Brenda at this moment, actually, because only one dog can win, and there's going to be 6 that could have won that are going to have to leave without that big prize. But they're fabulous competitors, all of them.
That's it, the greatest joy to judge dogs of this quality, but the greatest heartache to have to send 5 away without recognition of one of the 2 top awards.
Yes, but we'd both love the chance, wouldn't we, Frank?
We certainly would.
Excuse me, include that knee in that as well.
Yes.
Well, Brenda's just been taking a long, hard look at the wire fox.
So first she's going to pick her winner. Who's it going to be?
She's going to the Australian. It's the Australian. First time for an Australian Shepherd here at Crufts. Has got best in show Crufts. Chance, this 5-year-old from California, American dog. Absolutely beautiful today here in the ring. Magnificent. Chance has got the best in show.
And 2 years running, the prize goes back to America.
And here we have the reserve goes to, well, what was all our favourite, but reserve ain't bad, my word, for our Wirehead Fox Terrier Payback.
What a thrilling win for the breed as well.
2 superb examples.
They are the consummate show dogs, both of them, in marvellous condition and perfect on the move.
Well, I must say all have shown quite beautifully here today on this big moment for them, not putting a foot wrong. And I suppose really, although I love that Fox Terrier, I must concur, that Australian Shepherd looks fantastic. Well, the Kendall Memorial Trophy is presented. Ronnie Irving has gone out there, the chairman of the Kennel Club, and the trophy is being presented by Mr. Mark Johnson, who's the managing director of Master Foods. That wonderful trophy, which, as Jess has said, you take a replica, a small replica away. The Kennel Memorial Trophy remains at the Kennel Club. But what a lovely sight. This is a great moment. Every year, it never fails to thrill.
Yes, no one can deny.
Larry, I think the expression says it all, but did you ever imagine yourself here, winner of Best in Show?
Not in my wildest dreams. This is awesome.
You're slightly lost for words. How do you think Chance is reacting?
Oh, he loves it. He loves the lights. He loves moving around. He's just an exciting dog to show.
And how are you going to be celebrating?
Well, hopefully I can finish this whole bottle tonight by myself.
Will Chance be joining you?
Yes, he will.
Quite rightly so. Well, I think everyone here will agree a very worthy and worthwhile Best in Show. Many, many congratulations.
Thank you so very much.